All right, cool. I'm excited. I told you that as we were walking in because I know that you are so close to being done with your program. You have to be wildly excited. But before we jump into kind of your experience here at IntelliTech and kind of maybe some of the obstacles or celebrations you want to talk about, let's just start with introducing yourself. So, name, what program are you in, and how did you hear about us here at IntelliTech?
So my name is Angela Lobato, and I am in medical billing and coding. I'm going to be graduating with my associate's degree. I moved here to Colorado a year prior to enrolling into school. I'm originally from Utah. I came out here um, to do something different and decided to go to school at the age of 50. And yeah, now I'm graduating and um, having a whole new career change and pretty excited about it.
Yeah, that's really cool. So originally from Utah, or at least, and then was it really just I want to try something different, want to try something new? Did you throw a dart and land upon Grand Junction, or how did you?
So, two of my older boys live here,
Hmm.
so I came out here to be with them and my grandkids. And yeah, just had my CDL uh, in 2008 and drove truck over the road and just decided I want to do something different.
Hmm. I know a few truckers, and I feel like that is just a wildly different type of career. Um, Hard, personal opinion. Um, so, how do you go from trucking to medical billing and coding?
Um, Honestly, it was just I wanted to do something different.
Mm.
So I started looking up different options, schooling education options, and came here. And medical billing and coding was um, just popped out to me. And honestly, I didn't even really know what I was getting into. And but I'm so happy that I chose that and I finished it to the end.
Hmm. Medical billing and coding also a wildly specific career path. So that's what I was saying. It's interesting to go from the career path of a trucker to biller and coder. But tell me about kind of once you got into the program. Was it what you were expecting it to be after you had signed up, or is it different, or exactly what you were hoping?
Um, Honestly, I didn't know what I was going into. There were days that I would cry through my homework because it was a lot to take in. But the instructors were great. The school was great. Everything was very self-explanatory. I had great team classmates, and we just encouraged each other, helped each other through it all. And yeah, it was a great journey.
Hmm. I do know that most biller and coders they get excited about it. So if you're like, that's what I want to do, you're probably in the right career path. But then there is that swing of like billing and coding. It's like it's a whole different language, and it's a little hard. So I could imagine that there were probably some tears shed over assignments, but you made it. You made it
Yes.
through. And then also kind of just want to bounce back, which I'm not going to repeat how old you said you were because you don't look a day past 25. But that had to have been, challenging kind of getting back into the schooling game, and maybe I'm just making an assumption. So, was it hard returning to school at a later date in life?
Um, in the beginning, it was a challenge just to get back into the swing of things. But like I said, I just had a really great classmates, great instructors um, who just helped me through it all. And yeah, it just turned out really great. But um, yes, it was a challenge, and I think pursuing a higher education is going to be challenging for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just persist and if it's something that you really want, you're definitely gonna get what you want,
Mhm.
achieve your goals.
Yeah, I think that's probably great advice for anyone. Like, does it matter where you are in your life? Whenever you decide to make a decision to try something new or try something different, you just have to be persistent. And you have been persistent, and you've been able to make it a few days here till your completion date of your program with your associate's degree, which is so
Yes.
exciting.
Yes.
What of your, I know you said you moved here with your, well, your sons were here, your grandchildren are here. What have they thought of as you've been going through this process?
In the beginning, my boys kind of thought, it was kind of out there, something. And but as they saw me go through the process, they were just encouraged me more and more. And yeah, and it was great. They were my cheerleaders.
Mhm.
My grandkids were my cheerleaders,
Yeah,
so it was nice.
yeah. I'm always a fan of like little kids getting a chance to see schooling like to its fruition, because there's something about telling somebody to do something, and there's something about seeing it. So real cool experience that they get to see, your hard days, you still pushing through, you still persisting, you still being successful. What a cool, just cool moment for them, and a great role model they have to look up to.
Yeah, my grandkids would come home and be like, "Oh my gosh, school! I don't want to go to school. It's so hard," And I just encourage them, and they'd see me like working really hard every day, and so it was. I'm sure it was. I was a great inspiration to them because I also had seen them excel in school as they'd watch me work really hard. So it's been really nice.
Yeah, I really don't think sometimes people give themselves enough credit, but yeah, those kids or those grandchildren, they will take that with them forever, and they'll always remember that. So cool moment for everybody. Um, with graduation around the corner for you, I'm curious, kind of what's next? Do you know? Do you have any plans? Are we taking a break from school, or are we hopping into a new job right away, or what's the plans?
I believe that I'm probably gonna take a break, probably for like a month or two, to figure out which area I want to go into. But I am definitely gonna hop right into it, and kind of thinking I want to further my education a little bit more as well. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm not gonna waste too much time. But yes, I'm definitely gonna pursue it.
That's cool. Now
Yes.
I'm going to be nosy because I'm curious. Are you going to pursue continuing in the medical field, or do you have your sights on anything else?
Um, I was kind of thinking doing a little more education on cardiology. I wanted
Oh,
to go into cardiology and specialize more in that area. So yeah.
that's really cool. And this probably has given you the experience and the confidence that
Yes.
you can do whatever you want. This series of conversations that we are doing, I'm calling Tricks of the Trade. And so, kind of as we close out this conversation, if you could look back to the beginning version of yourself, you're just getting started in the program, you know that you're probably going to have some tough moments. What advice would you give yourself, or maybe somebody new who might be coming through the program, um, so that they can see the same success that you've had?
Um, Believe in yourself, um, and push through the struggle, the hard days, because there will be hard days. Um, I was raising my grandkids, working full time, and doing school, and it was definitely a challenge. I mean, life didn't stop when I was going to school, but if as long as you are persistent and you can do anything, anything is possible, especially at you know people who are older. Don't never discredit yourself. You can do it, and just gotta work through the tough times.
Mhm. I didn't even, I guess I should have asked you, but I didn't realize that you were raising your grandkids and working and going to school. But I do appreciate that you said life's just not going to stop lifing. You're still going to have to figure out a way to do it. And you've definitely figured out a way to be extraordinarily successful through your time here. Um, I have an idea of who you might, but I'm just going to throw it out there. Do you have anybody you want to say thank you to, or any shout outs you want to give?
Um, Definitely to all of my classmates. We've grown so close through this experience. I hope we continue to keep in touch even after school, but definitely the school and all my instructors, they have all been so helpful and just put themselves out there to help in any way that they can. Um, and then to my family for being so supportive.
Awesome. Well, we want to hear about the next steps you make whenever you make those steps. But I also want to give you just a wholehearted congratulations because you've done a lot, you've experienced a lot, and you've made it through. And that's what it's all about. You know, the hard times are worth it when you make it to the end. So um, that's all that I have for you. Thanks for coming in and chat with me.